Alright, today we are in the Cybertruck full self-driving 13.2.8. There's no changes in the update releases, so we'll just go with the way it is right now. So I'll tell you what has changed. Alright, this full self-driving is on right now. This car, I seem to be able to not pay attention as much, and it's still okay. See, I didn't die. So what's good is that well, what's bad is that the instructions are off right now. So I'm gonna have to detour at this stop sign because it takes me inside the inside lane way too long. Okay, so hoping that this thing reroutes. If it does, great. If it doesn't, alright, so we're good. Back on full self-driving. And there's a person getting out. There's a person getting out of the car. There's a car nearby, so the lane is just really narrow. At least that person in the side of the car, they figured it out. I was gonna run them over, but they figured it out, so that's great. Let's see, so up there is the large street, and this is the proper way. This is the preferred way, and I wish there was a way that I could set like a preferred path, like move the lines, but as of now there's no way of easily doing that. And if the Tesla can figure it out, that'd be great. And same with the destination. What I did here is that I have a destination, and I had to put like it tries to make a right turn at this destination, but what's going on there is that
in 500 feet, turn right onto
I know
Boulevard.
in advance that is a one-way. It's an outbound lane only. It's not two ways. You cannot turn in, so that's like a fault of
now turn right onto
the
Crenshaw
GPS
Boulevard.
system. Ooh, this is interesting. Are we gonna try to, oh man, squeeze through? See, what the Cybertruck does that's better than before was that at least the 12 version is that it would try to squeeze in between two lanes, and before that it would just stop at the outside and wait, and it would be kind of frustrating, because if you have like a space that's big enough and it's not going through, you want to squeeze in between, don't you? Yeah, so that's the deal. Another thing that's improved is that the parking is much improved with this. I believe this version compared to maybe 2.4 or 2.5, I mean, these versions are just coming out so fast, so there's something going on. And another thing I want to say is that the car wants to do a front park, even though that's not a feature. So I feel like the car is testing out its capabilities. How good can it park? And right now there's probably a bug that says park in between, no, park so that the line is directly in between you. And that's how it parked the last few times, and I think that might be on purpose so that the car can get enough data to calibrate. You know, can I park? Like if here's the center, can I center myself? Because there's a front camera. Okay, remember the car has a front camera that's on the bottom, so that can get pretty accurate if you're like directly over the line, and it can figure out the offset more easily that way. Just my wild conspiracy theory. Currently it doesn't park right. It parks really bad when you're pulling in forward, but reverse parking, a feature that comes with the full self-driving, that thing works great. I mean, and driving is really good these days, and not that it was bad before, it's really good. I don't really need to pay attention. And another thing is that paying attention, looking at the screen, because sometimes you just want to look here and you just want to see what's going on around you, and it will flash blue. Okay, so when it flashes blue, that means that it's giving you a warning. Or when there's a, I don't have the mirrors here because I have all the cameras here already. So this one is going to start flashing blue, and I am going to look right now. So now I'm looking at this screen. I am looking right over here. Please pay attention to the road. Okay, so it's, I believe that time, that delay before it's telling me to pay attention has increased. I can't say for certain. Here I'm looking at it again. And I really should look forward because it's stopping. I mean, that whole time I was looking here, it just made me, I just trusted the system, right? And you're trusting a robot to make the moves for you. Yeah, you know, it's like trusting a robot from a fellow Asian robot. Not bad. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to drop off packages because that's what we do here. That's what I I have to do. It's the most truckiest thing ever, is getting a small box that can fit the inside of your truck but putting it in your bed type of deal. Okay, so are there any hurdles? Yes, the planning for this path was a hurdle. Going to this destination, and you'll see why, because I'm going to the post office, but because I do bulk shipping, I do a lot of I send more than the average folk, let's just say. And on the weekends, we usually don't send on the weekends, but this weekend we are. But because we do bulk packaging and bulk sending, going, and there's a rear side to the post office that is dedicated for us bulk shippers. And it's not clearly marked on the GPS. So if I go back to the GPS and go to my destination, this is where I guesstimate it is, but I should have just turned on this feature. Okay, so it's telling me that I'm not looking, paying attention, but that took a while before that even came up. Okay, so you see that white pin? That white pin is where I want to go. And this thing, you know, the original instructions wasn't good. And there we go again with the. But that pin, I'm going to the rear of this, and this is a gate up here. I mean, we're going to encounter a gate, and the gate should be open today. If it doesn't, man, my wife is going to be complaining. No, actually, I'll just bring it straight in the front if the gate is closed. I'll just carry it in the box. There's only 2 of them today. All right, so what else? What else has been changed? So I went over that the parking, the reverse parking, is really good. The front parking, the car trying to park itself, seems like a thing, and that goes with the regular parking and the parallel parking. The parallel parking, well, obviously it's not going to do it, but if you have a side of the road, it will try to get close to that side of the road so that you don't have to repark the car. And so that one it does correctly. An issue of the past is that turning left into those center columns. I mean, it's been probably a month and a half since that's happened, or even 2 months. It just doesn't seem like it's a thing anymore. Hitting the curbs is not a thing. Sharp right turns can still struggle in that it doesn't know how to progress itself, or it doesn't know how to deal with contention when you're face to face with another car. The stop sign, okay, when you're hitting the stop sign, and then when it turns your turn to go, and not the stop sign, the stop, the stop signs. If there's a 4-way stop sign with like 6 cars or 8 cars, like 2, that's a deal. It's a big it's a big hurdle for humans. I mean, some people would just like crash out and not figure it out, like my wife. So the Cybertruck is tentative in those areas because it has to negotiate between all the other riders. Are we gonna go who was really here first and who's second? Am I gonna push forward to dare the other person? Is there any intimidation tactics that us humans do? It's just one of those things that Cybertruck has to get better at, but it's darn good. I think it's pretty good because those negotiation tactics, you know, people are not the same and everybody drives differently. Oh, that lady is just, I don't know what's going on there. So it is what it is, and we are getting close, and the Cybertruck has detected it. We are well in advance getting into the correct lane, and what I have to do is I have to modify the trip so that I can get all the way to the rear. So what's going to happen is that I had to force it to make a right turn, but I'm going to remove that right turn as soon as I'm in there, so that it can go through the gate towards the back and hopefully without my intervention. Okay, so let me repeat, there's a gate there, and the gate is a bit confusing if you've never been to this, because this is like it's a spot for, it's like a secret spot at the post office. Okay, there's a gate, and it's only wide enough for like one car at a time, so you have to negotiate with the person that's going this way. It's not because of this, well, the street is very small too, it's a parking lot, but it's just one of those things that you just have to negotiate with the other rider that's going the opposite direction. So this is the back side. We're going to the back, the secret little hub right here. You see these shipping container, the shipping container, this is where I drop off my packages. It's a spot for bulk senders, because you're gonna do like a container at a time. You can't really go to the front of the post office, and it makes no sense, and it will slow it down, everyone. Okay, so here we go, we are back, and we're going to the secret spot, and as soon as I press that done, it should be able to reroute, because the original route is wrong.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Monterey Street.
And okay, so the car has to react really quickly because of this. Okay, where's my GPS? Okay, so as soon as I turn in, it has to react, and I hit that done.
Left.
And it should go into this middle turn lane. It doesn't. Oh, uh-oh, there's kids here. I'm not sure why, but oh, Girl Scouts. Okay, so here is the negotiation right here. See, this is what we're dealing with. There's a thing coming through. All right, okay, so it's just going boss mode. It's just pushing its way through. And we got here first, so now the post office truck can go. It's going at a slow rate, 6 miles an hour. Like I said, this is not something that you're gonna encounter, but I just wanted to see if it can take the challenge. Okay, this is too soon, but it wanted to park, and sorry, I can't let you do that. Not here, at least. Okay, but if it wants to park now, it can park. Okay, we're gonna let it go. Wow, it's going all the way to the left. Oh my goodness, is it going to park? Oh, this is scary as hell. Oh my. Oh my. It parked for me, and it did a good job. Wow, that was scary, letting it park, because this is not an official feature, but it did it. because I gave it no choice. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, comments, have a great day. Take care.